but yoinked it off me. Any progress on the SOPs?
Yeah, they're the way finished.
All right.
Just have a couple more sections to finish off, and then they should be good for passing over to get approval.
Could I see a early draft just to make sure you guys are?
I'll email them to you now.
Okay, easy. All right. I think the way that it's gonna work is Bean, you do the clearances, like who do you want? You know, just to be clear here, LSPD to my dick. So until their high command gets in line, you're gonna be doing approvals for both local police departments.
Okay.
So you know,
I'll get that changed in there.
I'm sure King can, like, you know, recommend some people your way if he wants to do it internally for the LSPD, but you're going to be the real check. They're going to have to come to BCSO for that. I mean,
listen, I know there's the dynamic going on with the LSPD and everything, but I'm still going to lean heavy on King because well, King is great.
King is great. But the thing is, we got a job to do. I do, specifically. And unfortunately, like, you know, if King wants more say in this, it's up to his high command. Right?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I emailed you over the first rent draft. Has
he thought about transferring to BCSO?
He did at one point, was thinking about it, and then he changed his mind.
Probably not a bad idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd say he's probably a hard stuck LSPD though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so he's with them for the moment anyways.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, if you want to take a look over them, recommend any changes that you see. That would be good.
Let me live take a look at these with you. We don't need
less so SOP heavy, more proposal. Or do you want just SOPs?
This is okay. So
it's kind of a mix at the moment.
Well, so the way that it needs to work legally is SASM. Oh wait, actually, what is this? Proposed outline tag got started by military by the Blaine County. Yeah, this is.
I can include more SASM in it. In like,
yeah, no, it needs to be. LSPD and BCSO are rather irrelevant in relation to military vehicles. Because what's happening here, and look, I'm gonna remove all the. I'm just gonna be straight with you, right, Bean? SASM controls all military vehicles. That's like a state mandate, right?
Yeah.
And the only way in which I can even let you without me getting deleted off the face of the earth is SASM certifies law enforcement or other entities. So, and so the means by which the way that this should be written is in the form of, you know,
point of view of SASM.
Point of view of SASM, exactly.
Okay,
and
yeah, I'll get it rewritten for that.
SASM can appoint a individual among local law enforcement, individual or individuals, to do initial like air certificate, like military certification. So,
yeah.
And what that's going to mean is, like, I can appoint you, for example,
yes,
who's going to follow these guidelines and will be authorized to do like the flight lessons, et cetera, and then we do the final approval. So it would kind of be like you come to me and you're like, hey, we got these 3 pilots, you know, they've done this amount of training, blah, blah, blah. This is how many hours they got in Air 1. And we want to put their name forward. And then we like do that extra sign off.
Do the approval.
And this removes any, let's just say you don't have to deal with some of the headache that I probably will, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So, okay, let's go to the next thing. This cannot be used outside of state of emergency.
Okay. Yeah, that's something that me and King wanted to bring to you to see if we could get approved, but if it can't, it's one of the things.
No, I mean, listen, I'll bring that up, but right now it should only be state of emergency. We cannot be using this on like.
If you could bring that up, that would be amazing, because literally right now, if we're responding to something like, say, like something big like a raid or whatever, and people bring out helicopters, our helicopters literally get shot down in like one bullet. And we've got no way to combat that at all. So things like, are this being able to be used for something big like that? I'm not talking like bank trucks or whatever. I'm just talking like specifically like raids, like big things, maybe like a jailbreak, that kind of thing. Would be very handy.
I've been told by Darkstone that this should, in the state, this is only meant for state of emergency. Wait, what? Can I actually? I feel like I'm missing context. Why did King contact Darkstone to begin with?
Because we've literally had like lately, Air One after Air One just getting shot down constantly, and we're looking for a way to combat it. We weren't even thinking faceless. We were thinking fucking people just loading up a Frogger with 2 people and flying after Air One and just shooting it down.
See, I never got any of this context. That's why it was completely.
Yeah, that's why we were looking at getting some sort of helicopter or plane to be able to deal with that kind of threat that we face almost daily.
Have we talked to the helicopter manufacturers?
I believe King probably has, yeah.
So
I could check in with him,
I'm going to be honest here. If I'm going to be just as forward as I can be, King never should have went to Darkstone. He should have went to Pred, and Pred should have brought that up with, through the channels we have access to. Because, like, the problem with this kind of like backdooring, and I'm just being rather transparent, because like I don't think King was wrong, but I'm just saying this is how he should have done it, is because Darkstone doesn't know what we can and cannot do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's kind of what's led to this sort of awkward situation where it's kind of like, okay, cool, we can get this shit, but the reality is there's probably a better way to do it. So I'll try to have some of those discussions, but this really should be going through Pred. Or
to bring up, okay.
Yeah, like if you guys are having trouble with like the helicopter getting blown up, because like think about it, just realistically, you're contacting a PMC and you're like, yo dog, I want to buy military equipment. Of course they're gonna sell it. That doesn't mean that we
goddamn need
that
it.
Doesn't mean that the state isn't gonna be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So I think oh my god. Okay, so the issue is y'all are getting blown out of the sky too early, right?
Way too early, like constantly. Like, yeah, there's literally, I'm of the opinion that if we ever have Air One up and we see a helicopter that's like a threat, just land Air One. You're just going to lose like 2 or 3 officers without even putting up a fighting chance.
It's starting to sound like, man, this should have been communicated very differently. That's why I was like so fucking like, what the fuck is happening yesterday in the tarmac? Because it looks, Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm not sure how we got into contact with them, but
no, but that was the reason, right? Where I'm kind of, and I'm not putting this on King. Okay, a little bit I am. He should have went to his chief instead of going right to Darkstone. But
also I don't have context on like his thought process behind it. He might have contacted someone and they said contact or whatever. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean it could have been Little Bird related, but it's kind of what happens when you skip chain, right? Because it sounds like there's like 2 issues here. One is like dealing with gangs. Yeah. Like this cannot get pulled out for besties. Like that doesn't make any sense. But if you guys need another solution, I mean, I think that's like we work with the state and see if there's.
I'll follow up on that avenue. I'll talk to my high command.
That should have nothing to do with this equipment. I want to put it this way, right? And this is kind of where I'm like mind boggled a little bit. Like, there was a whole shitstorm around sniper rifles coming out in a bank truck, right? So like, in what fucking reality are we now talking about military equipment coming out to counter besties, right? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
I do agree, but I think even with the sniper thing, it was like there wasn't even like snipers being used against PD, and that it was a deagle that someone thought was a sniper.
But it's the same sort of idea, right? Like, I don't.
Yeah, same vein.
Know?
Yeah.
It's like
But,
okay.
Yeah. I'll talk with King and we'll run it up our chains to get to the state.
I mean, we're past that at this point, I think. I'm saying this is how it should have been. Let me reach out so I can actually get it resolved, because I don't think it's going to otherwise. So I'm gonna get clarity. I don't think these things are gonna be used at all. Like, I'm gonna put it this way. SASM's been in talks on getting these helicopters for not just the faceless, but other matters for a while now. And the timing of it turned into some bullshit. I understand that you guys think it was just have a separate timing. Need. Y'all have a separate need as well. So I'm going to see what we can do. When we originally asked for these, they were going to be decommissioned. Keep in mind. And yes. But then the fact that they couldn't be decommissioned, some of that sort of pivoted. But even then, it was meant for state of emergency, or alternatively for like picking up a faceless asset, right? In the event little birds might come. But the idea is that you're sort of expecting to be up against other military equipment, not a civilian helicopter with guns.
I'm telling you, Brian, some of these fucking civilian helicopters will be a lot harder to shoot down than the faceless. The Frogger, its tail rotor cannot be shot out.
I agree with you that there's a balancing issue, which is what we're actually talking about. I'm trying to avoid that. So, No,
I get you.
Yeah. And so that conversation, I'm just going to ask directly the state and see what they say.
I think other people have brought it up, but it might have just been forgot about, because I know it has been asked about for a lot.
I'll have a chat with.
I've never actually heard anything back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll have a chat with King too to get some more context as well. But like I said, when it comes to this military equipment, for now, it should very strictly be
state of emergency.
State of emergency, how the training is going to look like, blah, blah, blah. And keep in mind, state of emergency requires a marshal to authorize it. So this is going to be extremely limited. And right now, just being rather transparent, Ventura, like RGB, right? Like it's got to be like a small number before we figure out what's right and wrong. Because I don't want these to just disappear tomorrow. So, okay, easy. All right. We'll chat more. I'm gonna give King a call.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you.
Oh boy. Yeah. This is kind of why I'm glad Bean gets it. Listen, I don't know how better to state this. That's why I was fucking triggered with yesterday, because like half these motherfuckers are high command. They should know better than this. Like, as if I'm sitting back and I'm like taking the fun away. Like, fuck out of here. We can't be using fucking military equipment against the besties if they're shooting. But like, even if it's a thing, like, there may be like certain very extreme cases, but the reason why there's like such a high level sign off is I have to be like so certain it's good for the RP that I can speak to it if it's brought up to me. You know what I mean? But I get that their helicopters are going down, but that's not okay. I get it would be fun to use military equipment against the fucking, you know, in some of these cases, but we're on